every Greek mythology weapon. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to wield the power of the gods? From Zeus' Thunderbolt that commands the skies to Hades' helm that veils the wearer in shadows, we'll explore the most formidable and awe-inspiring weapons handed down through ancient stories. Zeus' Thunderbolt. Imagine commanding the raw power of the sky itself. Zeus' Thunderbolt, a weapon not just of destruction, but of divine authority, is exactly that, a symbol of ultimate power and justice wielded by the king of the Greek gods, Zeus. This mighty weapon was forged by the Cyclops, the one-eyed giants, as a token of gratitude after Zeus freed them from the depths of Tartarus. The Thunderbolt is often depicted as a brilliant, jagged spear of pure energy, crackling with electric might and enveloped in blinding light. It's not merely a tool of battle, but a herald of Zeus's will, capable of leveling mountains, incinerating enemies, and controlling the weather. This weapon embodies the very essence of the skies and is as unpredictable as a storm's path. One of the most iconic tales featuring the Thunderbolt is the Battle of the Titans, where Zeus used it to vanquish the Titans and claim his sovereignty over the gods and the earth. Another notable myth is Zeus's battle against Typhon, a fearsome giant serpent. The Thunderbolt was crucial in defeating this monstrous creature, affirming Zeus's role as a protector of Olympus and humanity, showcasing his power to restore order and dispense cosmic justice. Poseidon's Trident. Dive into the depths of the ocean, and you might just catch a glimpse of Poseidon's Trident, the mighty three-pronged spear that rules the sea. This iconic weapon was gifted to Poseidon by the Cyclops during the division of the universe among the brothers Zeus, Hades, and himself. The trident symbolizes Poseidon's dominion over the ocean and is the source of his control over all aquatic life and sea-based phenomena. The trident itself is a majestic and formidable weapon crafted from adamantine and coral, gleaming with the azure luster of the ocean. It is not only a weapon, but also a tool through which Poseidon can stir the waters, create whirlpools, summon storms, and cause earthquakes. Its power extends to the ability to bring forth water from rocks and control creatures of the sea. There's a story about a contest between Poseidon and Athena for the patronage of the city of Athens, where Poseidon struck the Acropolis with his trident, causing a spring of salt water to emerge, an offering to the citizens as a display of his power to provide and devastate. Although Athena's gift to the olive tree was deemed more useful, the trident's mark left a lasting impression on the city and its people, a reminder of the might of the god of the sea. Hermes Caduceus. A symbol not of war, but of peace and negotiation. This enthralling staff was given to Hermes by Apollo in exchange for a lyre that Hermes had crafted. The Caduceus, originally a simple herald staff, became intertwined with two serpents and topped with wings, transforming into a potent symbol of commerce, negotiation, and balance. Beyond its mesmerizing appearance, it holds the power to induce sleep, bring peace, and even resurrect the dead. It's a beacon of healing and reconciliation, reflecting Hermes' role as a guide between the mortal world and the divine, and as a facilitator of communication. The Caduceus was used during the Trojan War. Hermes, tasked with escorting the beautiful Helen back to Sparta, used the calming powers of the Caduceus to pacify the guards and ensure their safe passage. This event highlights the Caduceus not just as a tool of safe travel, but as a key to averting conflict and restoring order. Athena's Aegis. Athena's Aegis is a divine shield that is as much a protector as it is a symbol of invincibility. The Aegis was not just worn by Athena, but also occasionally by Zeus, her father. According to myth, the Aegis was crafted from the skin of the divine goat Amalthea, who nourished Zeus as an infant. Some legends suggest it included the fearsome head of Medusa, a gift from Perseus, which could turn onlookers to stone. The Aegis itself is a stunning shield, sometimes depicted as a cloak or a breastplate, embossed with a Gorgon's head at its center. It is rimmed with golden tassels and radiates an aura of terror, capable of instilling fear and confusion among the enemies of its bearer. Its supernatural abilities include the power to create thunderstorms and lightning, symbolizing the favor of protection of the gods. Eros' bow. This is the instrument of the god of love himself, Eros. This celestial archer, often identified as Cupid in Roman mythology, was gifted his bow at his birth, crafted to stir love and passion in the hearts of gods and mortals alike. As the son of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, Eros wielded this bow to spread love or occasionally mischief among the denizens of Olympus and Earth. Eros' bow is exquisitely delicate, yet immensely powerful, typically depicted as a golden bow with arrows that are either tipped with gold to incite love or lead to repel it. The bow embodies the dual nature of love's joy and sorrow. The bow's supernatural abilities allow arrows to strike the hearts of individuals, causing them to fall hopelessly in love with the first person they see. This power works on both mortals and immortals, making it a feared and revered force in mythological tales. An example is when Apollos provoked the young god, who then used his golden arrow to make Apollo fall in love with the nymph Daphne, and a leaden arrow to make Daphne flee from Apollo's advances. Hephaestus Forge, the legendary workshop of the god of fire and craftsmanship. Born to Hera and either Zeus or solely through Hera's own will, Hephaestus was cast from Olympus due to his deformity. Rescued by sea nymphs and raised under the sea, he later crafted his forge beneath a volcano, from where he exacted his revenge by trapping his mother Hera in a golden throne of his making. Recognized for his unmatched skill, Hephaestus' forge became a cornerstone of the Olympian god's arsenal, crafting weapons and items of immense power. Hephaestus' forge is no ordinary smithy. It's a cavernous workshop filled with divine anvils and eternal flames that can manipulate any material, divine or earthly. The forge itself is powered by automaton helpers crafted by Hephaestus, capable of withstanding the incredible heat and assisting in the creation of his masterpieces. Among the notable creations from Hephaestus' forge are Pandora's box, which is a beautifully ornate box containing all the evils of the world, was given to Pandora, which led to their release into the world, and Hermes' winged sandals, which enabled the messenger god Hermes to fly. These sandals symbolize swift movement and freedom. Each of these artifacts not only showcases the supernatural abilities of the forge to imbue creations with power, but also reflects the complex relationships and the interdependencies among the gods. Hephaestus' creations often carried profound implications for both gods and mortals, intertwining their fates with his craftsmanship. Kronos' Scythe. This formidable tool was given to Kronos, the leader of the Titans, by his mother Gaia, the earth personified. Gaia crafted the scythe from the hardest flint and presented it to Kronos as a means of overthrowing his tyrannical father, Uranus, thus beginning the Age of the Titans. The scythe is depicted as a massive, curved blade, shimmering with a sinister light, mounted on a long, dark handle. It is not just a symbol of harvest, but also of severance and change. The supernatural abilities of the scythe include immense destructive power, capable of rending the heavens themselves, or invoking cataclysmic changes in the cosmos. Kronos wielded the scythe in the castration of Uranus. This violent act, driven by the scythe's fearsome blade, ended the rule of the sky god and ushered in the reign of the Titans. The scythe's role did not end there. It became a symbol of Kronos' own fears, as he later used it in a futile attempt to prevent his prophesied overthrow by his son, Zeus, marking the end of the Titanomachy and the rise of the Olympian gods. Harpe of Perseus. The harp was given to Perseus by Hermes, the messenger god, as part of a kit of magical items intended to aid him in his quest to slay Medusa, one of the fearsome Gorgons whose gaze could turn men into stone. The harp is often depicted as a sword with a sickle protrusion along one edge, combining elements of a sword and a scythe. This unique design made it ideal for both slashing and cutting, particularly useful in decapitating the monstrous Medusa. Its supernatural ability lies in its sharpness, capable of cutting through any material, divine or mortal, including the nearly impenetrable skin of the Gorgons. With the aid of the harp, Perseus successfully beheaded Medusa while she slept, a feat that would have been impossible with a regular weapon. Ares' Spear. As one of the central figures in the pantheon associated with conflict and valor, Ares wielded the spear in numerous battles, symbolizing his indomitable fighting spirit and thirst for victory. While the specific origins of the spear are not as elaborately documented as those of other divine weapons, it is said to have been forged by Hephaestus, specifically to complement Ares' battle prowess. The spear of Ares is depicted as a towering, unyielding piece of weaponry, with a blade that gleams with a menacing light, capable of piercing any armor. Its handle is adorned with intricate designs symbolizing war and valor. The spear possesses supernatural sharpness and durability, with the ability to incite fear and chaos among those it opposes, embodying the brutal nature of war itself. This list would not be complete without mentioning a weapon from the last of one of the big three. Hades' Helm of Darkness is a mysterious and powerful artifact that grants its wearer the power of invisibility. This helm was also crafted by the Cyclops during the Titanomachy as part of their support for the Olympian gods against the Titans. It was given to Hades, the god of the underworld, who used it to navigate both the world of the living and the dead, unseen. The Helm of Darkness can be described as a fearsome piece of armor, capable of enveloping the wearer in shadows, making them invisible to both mortal and divine eyes. Its appearance is elusive, often depicted as a dark, ethereal veil or a ghostly helmet that seems to absorb the light around it. A significant myth about it is the abduction of Persephone, where Hades used the helm to hide his approach as he emerged from the underworld to capture her, illustrating the helm's role not only in battle, but also in the pivotal events that shape the seasons in the cycle of life and death. These mystic symbols pop up all over modern culture, like books, movies, and more, keeping us hooked with tales of heroism, big battles, and the tricky business of wielding power. By bringing in these ancient artifacts, today's stories tap into their mythological roots, showing us that the struggles and tough choices faced by the gods aren't so different from our own. Which vital artifact do you think I left out? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.